Bombshell, although not completely unexpected, dropped this morning about the NFL's 2021 version of the Scouting Combine, aka the cornerstone of the NFL offseason. ESPN NFL Insider Adam Schefter tweeted out the Combine is questionable. It's up in the air. They wrote this, quote, after weeks of discussion, the NFL plans to decide at last whether there will be a combine this year and what form it will take because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Sources said the league has debated numerous ways to approach it, have it in a reduced form in Indianapolis in February, push it back, push it real good to April, or simply use a regional combines that would eliminate the need for many of the prospects to travel to Indianapolis as they regularly have done for the past 3+ decades, end quote. So the combine has been held in Indianapolis since in February since 1987. Now, it was initially held there because of the medical facility's central location because, hey, remember when like travel was an important thing? Nah. And then also it being indoors because they had the RCA Dome, which had just opened, as now they have Lucas Oil Stadium. Then because before, like individual teams or a couple of teams would have individual workouts like regionally. Like how wild is that? Imagine if today where like two teams had a combine and then everyone else is just in the dark and they're just drafting off of like newspapers like, hey, the split end from Notre Dame is probably pretty good. Take them, right? Hence, all of that data was combined in one place, so teams can be on equal footing, scouting and medical as well. And yeah, COVID concerns are certainly valid. Even with the vaccine, the thought of every team sending scouts and GMs and delegation and a few hundred prospects flying in and then everyone going home, I don't know. But it would throw an interesting wrench into the draft process this year because the combine is not only the underwear Olympics, even though people get really jaded. Oh, it's just made for TV. Then how come they had it before they put it on TV? Don't be stupid. But it's really important for in-person interviews. So teams can, 15 minutes per prospect, a little bit of speed dating, but you get way more of talking to someone in person than you would on a Zoom call or a phone call, right? So you see the body language, you see how they command a room, you see how they greet people, see how they react. You get a vibe, right? That you simply would not get if you're just talking to someone over Skype. Also, medical checks, probably the most important part, frankly, because how is injury XYZ healed up? Is this person good to go? Is there a major underlying issue, like when they found that heart issue with Maurice Hurst in 2018? So this year, some medical guys in the class like Alabama center Landon Dickerson or Bama wide receiver Jalen Waddle in the ankle or Rondale Moore from Purdue. Hell, even Kwity Paye. Like some of their draft stocks could take a hit because they can't be seriously checked out by their team's medical staff. And yeah, you could be like, well, their doctor says they're fine. Okay, I want my team's training staff, I want my team's doctors to check out each player before we invest multi-millions of dollars, especially at the top end of the draft, right? Also, don't sleep on the uniformity of the drills, like all the testing in one place, because pro day results have been notoriously unreliable. Especially one school has a reputation of favorable testing. Shall we say? Because, well, hey, if your players test well, they'll probably get drafted well. That means more prestige. That means better recruits, right? So there's one school, remain nameless, especially in the 40-yard dash, where it's been hypothesized, actually I think it's been proven, that the testing track is on a slight decline so that the guys are running downhill. It's funny, man. It's just hilarious. But if the combine is canceled, that means likely no pro days, top 30 visits probably off the books as well. So the Vikings could actually find themselves in a pretty realistic scenario where, hey, we're going to draft Gregory Rousseau. We've never met him in person. We've never medically checked him. We've just gone off of him doing some drills off of Zoom. And also we're going off of 2019 tape because he opted out of 2020. That's wild. That's wild, man. But it's the curveballs that you're going to get. Football, NFL during a pandemic. Now, I do think that regional combines are the answer. Just having guys congregate, hell, maybe even split it up into, 40 different regional spots to reduce travel as much as you possibly can. Do the testing. You can certainly do all those things. You're a multi-billion-dollar industry. And even if all the drills and interviews are digital, I guess, frankly, it is better than nothing. The biggest drawback is those medical checks. That's where it's going to hurt teams and prospects with coming back from injury the most. But is what it is. So we'll see what happens. But your thoughts, NFL 2021 Combine in Jeopardy. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.